Hey angels, I hope you're well. Um, so I'm going to deliver that channeled message that in my last message, I was saying that I'd been channeling something, but it wasn't the night for it, and I now understand why. Because this is almost part two to this. The last collective message, which you don't have to watch, you can just stick around and see if this one resonates for you. But it's like a continuation in a more grounded way. Whereas the last one was a bit emotional, it's like taking that and then grounding it, integrating it, right? So the first thing that I got were the meanwhile, I think it's like this Laura Palmer from Twin Peaks. And that is like a subconscious clue that is carried throughout Twin Peaks. That symbolic dream imagery means something deeper. Okay, and I'm also getting like the meanwhile, it's like during the pauses, during the gaps, during these periods where you feel like nothing is happening, that's when the internal world is happening, is shaping, is growing and evolving within you, okay? Moldavite could be relevant. I recently found my Moldavite necklace that I thought I had lost, and of course, it reappeared during this kind of period. Um, you may be experiencing pulsing at your third eye and or crown chakra, and this is like an activating of sorts. I do have some numbers for y'all, okay? So, and these are kind of random. A lot of times it'll be like certain angel numbers that I'm seeing that I tie into the message. And my ear's ringing really loudly right now, my left ear. And it's not just my tinnitus. But I have 17, 22, 34, 41, 48, 77, 84, and 422. I'm also seeing that the date April 22nd could be significant. I also feel called, I don't know if I posted a reading back on February 18th. I probably did, but something about February 18th being significant. This is more so for you, but now that I'm saying this out loud, reading from my notes, I feel like I need to go back and look. But I'm not going to stop and do that right now. I was hearing a line from the song Hex Girlfriend by Neon Indian, where he just says, "Does it make you feel alright?" It's either does it make you feel alright or do they make you feel alright? I also got, song wise, I got Puzzle by Todd Rundgren. The lyrics are, because the world is a riddle to everyone in it, nobody solves it the very first time. Keep on trying, because the world is a puzzle, so pick up the pieces, put them together again one by one. And then I was also seeing In Rainbows by Radiohead, like the album. Rainbows could be a significant, that theme's kind of been coming up for me, like things about rainbows. That's a promise, that's hope, right? Um, I also got the memory of, or not memory, but the image of like unlocking a big bank vault. Um, and it was showing me like you're on the right track. Sorry, Mia is bumping up against the tripod. Um, like the unlocking a bank vault is showing that you're on the right track, because within it, the treasure that's within it is like discovering secrets and deeper knowledge. And then I got the book series. I want to say it's called The Dark Rising or The Dark Rises. I know they made a shitty like one-off film about it. It was a book series I read in like elementary school. But it was about this boy discovering elemental powers that he had, and he had to go and like complete these different trials to get other elemental powers, I believe. Um, and then the book The Celestine Prophecy, and that is also a fictional novel that has real principles in it about like the spiritual nature of things. Um, that's by James Redfield, and I'm also getting South America could be relevant because they travel to South America in that book series, but that just jumped out at me. Essentially, though, this feeling, so like that last reading that I'm mentioning here, it was talking about how you're getting closer and closer to the thing, the dreams that you want to bring into your life. Whereas there are certain disappointments and things that have come up, and like you think you're about to get the thing and then it doesn't happen. It's because these different experiences that you're having, getting closer and closer to your 10 of cups, your wish fulfillment, um, it's each time the bar is being raised higher and higher for what your expectations are. It's showing you that you can want more, for yourself and in these situations and environments. You may have held a very low standard, just wanting to be accepted in some kind of way. Whereas it's like now you want to, it's like you're also being shown through these different things how to come back to yourself, as in how to come back and being yourself, adding to yourself, and also bringing out those parts of you that were previously repressed or hidden due to fear, trauma, insecurity. We hold on to the way certain experiences made us feel, even if we don't even remember, some of these experiences. But when you're younger, if you express yourself in a certain way and you're made to feel embarrassed or belittled or dumb, whatever it is, you learn over time, oh, I'm not safe to express myself. I'm not safe to, um, you know, whether it's speaking up or if it's just feeling safe to be a version of yourself that's like not masked or go after what you want. There may have been so many experiences that you've had where it's like, well, I'm not going to get what I want anyway, so why should I put forth the effort? Why should I put forth the healing work in order to get there? Um, but the thing is, it's like everything has been a stepping stone, everything has been a building block. And now I'm seeing the tower. The tower has to go to ruin, it has to be crumbled in order for a more solid foundation to remain. And it's like, you it's like after a building has been demolished, and you just keep rebuilding over and over again, and it's like you don't trust the groundwork anymore, but each time it's like it's being built more and more grand. And I'm getting something, I'm seeing somebody go into like their attic, and it's an attic with like a pull down ladder, and they're going into the attic, and there's like a I don't know what it's called. It's like a lockbox, but I want to say it's called like a safe something. But it's like in there is a brilliant piece of childhood or family nostalgia that they had forgotten about. And it's like seeing this item again reminds them of who they were. And I'm getting this isn't necessarily literal, though it could be, but metaphorical in a sense of like when you go looking into the hidden spots within yourself, when you muster up the courage to embrace the pain and have your heart ripped open essentially with these things that you're not wanting to feel or look at, that's where you find the treasure. But you have to dig deep into that. You have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, and allowing yourself to feel the pain, to process it, to look at the ugliness, to get to what that seed was before there was the pain, okay? There was the initial seed, and it got buried by the pain. But once it's like dug out of the muck, it can sprout and grow. And I know that was just like a really long-winded way of me telling you to do some introspection. But I want you to know that you're safe in doing so. And it's like all these signs I got, you're heading for a breakthrough. There is a breakthrough on the horizon. I think that's why I saw moldavite too, because that is a stone that pushes us to change in uncomfortable ways, but putting you en route to where you're supposed to be. And that's what I have for you tonight, angels. I love you so much. If you ever want to book a reading with me, you can only do so at my website in angelhoodreadings.com.